Hello everybody, welcome to part 3 of Decoding the Matrix. So today I'm going to be discussing Lightworkers, Starseeds and Chosen Ones. Now, what this basically means in simple terms is that Lightworkers' souls are from a slightly higher plane of Earth's frequency. Starseeds come from other planets and dimensions, and Chosen Ones, sometimes known as the 144, I come from divine energy. So let's go back to our video game analogy. So average Joe who is here just to elevate their soul, no offense if you're an average Joe, will place in Fallout at a certain level. So the game's already running, and if they're a young soul, they're going to be plopped in to wherever the game has been running for. Think of it this way. You've got a friend and they're sat there and they're playing the video game. They go, "I've got to go out for a bit. Do you want to take over?" All right. So that's a young soul. They enter the game. They're not sure what they're doing with the controllers. They're quite far in. There's lots going off, and they've got to try and kind of figure it out. Light workers, they tend to start from the beginning. So they've started from the beginning of the game, and they've worked their way through. So they have acquired a certain amount of gifts and talents and attributes because they started at the start of the game. Okay. Now, Starseeds come from other consoles. They come from other games. So think about Disney Pixar's Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's the second one where he's hopping between games. That would be a Starseed because they're not originally from Fallout. They don't come from Fallout. They come from other games, so they come with different skills and knowledge based on their gaming history. Some Starseeds, and I'm yet to meet one to be honest with you, they come from the same game, but they originated on a different console. They started on Xbox and they've hopped across to PlayStation. So this is why we're getting into kind of interdimensional stuff. Now, Chosen Ones are in essence Starseeds, but they're from very divine energy. So Starseeds tend to be quite old souls anyway. So a lot of Starseeds, they'll start off on, their original game could have been Super Mario Brothers on the NES or Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Mega Drive. Now, anybody who's old enough to remember these games, the platform games, they're extremely difficult. They're frustrating. You can't save it. You have so many lives. Okay, so to build up that experience takes patience. It takes a certain amount of tactical maneuvers, if you want to call it that, because unlike the games of today where they're free roaming, you get a lot of choice, you can do what you want. You have one set way of doing it. Okay. Now, Chosen Ones are the OGs. They started off on Pong. A single square ball bouncing from one side of the screen to the other. Think of it as the light and the dark. Now, let's call the Chosen Ones the light, for argument's sake, and their older brother is the dark. Their older brother is a bully. Their older brother is stuck in their ego, and their older brother had advantage because Dad bought the Pong console and wanted to have a go themselves. So Dad taught the older brother how to play Pong. So they're already one step ahead. Now, you as the Chosen One, you're not really bothered about the competition. You're not really bothered about winning. You just want to have fun with it. The problem is that you know that at some point you have to beat your brother, because otherwise you're going to continue to get ridiculed, you're going to continue to be put down, you're going to continue to know that that older brother is going to continue to bully you and bully other people. So chosen ones have had to start at a massive disadvantage, have a completely different set of morals and values, and understand it is here. They're here not to beat up and destroy their brother, but to push back so that they don't constantly win and they feed into that ego and arrogance. And this older brother has pretty much won every game since day dot on Pong. Okay. Now, the ascension process for me is a specific time and a place whereby the chosen ones are here not to destroy their brother, but to push them back, put them in place, and hopefully bring some clarity and some balance, because everything we know about existence is balance. Okay. Now, put it this way, and this is why for me love and light doesn't work. Okay, in the love and light brigade concept, and let's be clear, when I talk about that, I'm not saying there's no place for love and light. Of course there is, because we need people with a softer touch. We need people who are going to have that kind of healing touch and energy. But what I'm talking about is the false plastic spirituality that thinks if you just say that, if you bury your head in the sand, and there's millions of people out there like that. Think about it this way: those light siders, I call them. Okay, because for me, the light and the dark are just tools. So each paddle of Pong is just a tool. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay, light siders who worship the white paddle, the light side paddle, are obsessed with trying to destroy the dark side paddle. The problem is, if the dark side paddle disappeared, so would the game, because you'd have nothing to bat the Pong ball against. Okay. Now, if you're a chosen one, you start off at Pong, then you go to Atari, ZX Spectrum, I don't know, Master System, NES, SNES, and you work your way through all these different game consoles until we are here today. And every time you start a new game, it's brand new to you. The core, the moral value remains at Pong. Light versus dark. You versus nasty older brother. So the core is always the same. But the game changes and it becomes more difficult. Now, if you're a Starseed or a chosen one, you're on Fallout on super expert mode. Super expert mode. All the non-player characters don't interact with you properly, and they'll just give you false advice and information. The ones who have chosen the dark side route, they've got more ammunition than you. They can quite easily control the non-player characters. You're at a disadvantage, but the difference is you have that core, you have that Pong core, and that is what you need to remember. So I'm going to leave it there until the next episode. Ta-ta.